Today I will talk you about the federal features in India. What are the merits, what are the features we find in Indian constitution which make it real federalism. So to discuss this, we will look back the 7 features of the federalism. The first feature of the federalism talks about division of power between more than the two states of government. So we can see that in India this division of power is between the central government, central state and local self-government. So this is the first feature of Indian federalism, which is the federal. Then we will talk about the division of power. How the division is power finalized in the Indian constitution. In Indian constitution, the power is divided between the different lists. Thus, as any federation, these countries have also separate. These 3 levels of the government have separate jurisdiction, and these jurisdiction are written in our constitution according to union list, state list and concurrent list. Then we will talk about this union list. In union list, the jurisdiction which lies under the subject of the national importance. Under the union list, the matter comes which is important, equally important for entire country, for whole India. So those power is assigned with the central government, and the example is defense, currency, foreign affairs, these are the matters which is completely discussed in the different list, like the defense concerned with the entire nation. When we are talking about, you can see at present that in China and India have little disturbance in their relationship in the Ladakh. So this is not a problem of Ladakh only. This is the problem of the whole country. So defense, currency, the entire India is one currency, and as you saw in 2016 we have experienced demonetization. So and this demonetization was held for the entire country. Foreign affairs, हमारे कैसे रिलेशनशिप इंडिया के चाइना के साथ होने, रशिया के होने, ये नेशनल इंटरेस्ट का चीज़ है. तो दैट कैन नॉट डिसाइड बाय द स्टेट. So that's why these matters need to go under the union list. Then we will talk about the state list. The police, trade and commerce, agriculture, irrigation, the police, trade, agriculture, irrigation, these are the matters on which only the state government will make the law, and these matters are decided by the police of state, is decided by the Bihar government. If the Bihar police, UP police will guide under the law of UP government. And when we are talking about the concurrent list, under this list both the government, union and center togetherly they decide that what will the law, how the law will form. And if we are talking about the example, that is the education. Education is a matter of concurrent list. Why? Because you can see that in every state, if we are in Bihar, we are having the school of Bihar government. Those Bihar government schools will be run as per the norms of Bihar government. If we are having central schools, that will run under the central government, and there are some primary schools which are run by the local self-governments. So that's why marriage and adoption, etc. These are the matters which come under the concurrent list, and we can also talk about some residuary power. Here one thing here I matters me that something residuary power. It means that whatever the powers which was not explained at the time of making of the constitution, then the union government has power to make the law on this residuary power, and union government will make the law, and residuary power comes. You can give an example like the cyber law. The example we can put cyber law. So by this method, the power is divided in India. Then we will talk that what makes India a holding together federalism. Why it is called that holding together? India is a holding together. So we can see that some units of the Indian enjoy very little power, and some units are too small, and some units are also assigned with the some special status, as India had Article 370 in the past, but Article 370 is now scrapped, and under Article 371 we can see that many states of India enjoy a special power, and by this way then here we can see that the areas like Chandigarh, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar, capital of Delhi are called union. These are known as union territory, and central government has a special power to run these areas. As we studied in the holding together, the central government have more power than the state government. And then we will talk about that in India we can see that one more thing is very important when we are talking amendment process. Here we cannot leave this topic, amendment process. Amendment process की अगर हम बात करेंगे, so the Union government cannot amend all the part of constitution without the concern of state government. So any major change which relate to the entire country, Union government take decision by the 2/3 of the both houses and consent of half of the state of India. So we can see here, what we can see here, we can see that India is a real federalism whenever the issue comes which relate to every part of India, the central government take decision with the consent of state government, and 50% of the state, one half of the state of total of one half of the state. So by this way the Indian federalism works smoothly. And one more thing we can see that judiciary in India is independent, and India have an independent judiciary, and whenever we can see any conflict arise between the central and state government, here I want to mention independent judiciary. The next important feature is independent judiciary. So we can see that India have independent judiciary. That's why we can say that India is real federalism. Independent judiciary means that always the states are free to go to the judiciary if they find that central government is bullying them. One such examples I am giving you, that in many circumstances when president rule was imposed by the central government, the state can move to the courts and court can justify that it is correct or not correct. So that by this way we can see that how India is फेडरलिज्म. तो सबसे फर्स्ट डिवीज़न ऑफ पावर है हमारे यहाँ. उसके बाद सेकंड में हम कह सकते हैं कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डिसाइड jurisdiction, that is union, state and concurrent list. Then we can see the amendment process. Then we can say as holding together federalism is practiced in which union government is powerful in union territory, UP यानी union territory. Then we can see independent judiciary. So all these features are more than enough to declare India as a federal country. So that's all for today. We will talk in the next video on the next topic. Thank you.